doing my best to make you part of Versus the Rest.
Welcome back to Versus the Rest. So today we got a video of Finding Sky. I've never heard, but already almost 8,000 subscribers. Congratulations. About I'm gay and I dislike the LGBT community. Well, I'm not gay, but I dislike. Yeah, dislike is the good word. I don't hate them. Hate is useless.
Pride Month is almost over. Thank God, because if I see another rainbow flag on my feed, I might buy a pack of Skittles and start slingshotting them at my screen.
No, 50-50, man.
My distaste may come as a surprise to some people, considering I'm actually a part of the LGBT community. In case you haven't noticed from my endless references to titties and busty Latinas in the past 10 videos, I like hot chicks. This is not a coming out video. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I don't need a rainbow flag and a teary-eyed video confessing the fact that I like big butts and I cannot lie, but it may be interesting to hear that I'm actually extremely ashamed to be a part of this community. And look, I know we've come a long way. There was a period of time when anyone who wasn't heterosexual was scrutinized or in severe cases even killed. And as glad as I am that I can walk down the street holding a girl's hand and not face the scrutiny, I also feel like we've passed the point of acceptance and are now at the point of blatant
I've said it here too.
Someone has to say it. These pride parades have gotten disgusting. It's not even about acceptance anymore. It's a provocative and aggressive public display of hypersexuality and fetish. What was supposed to be an accepting and innocent space has turned into a hostile freak show. I didn't go to Pride, never will, unless it's to document the absurdity of it, but this is what LGBT is associated with. It's no longer.
Why would you want to be associated to that, even if you were heterosexual?
Instead, it's associated with hypersexualization, provocation, fetish, and bigotry. I don't know what happened to the days when we would encourage people to accept themselves and make peace with those who disagree with us. Because now we just scream obscenities at anyone even whispering.
Yeah, and stealing the executive.
This community has managed to weaponize its own labels and use them unfairly, not hesitating to label any opposition as transphobic or homophobic. It's funny because we used to be the ones complaining about intolerance. Two girls holding hands in public were at risk of being fucking shot. They couldn't adopt kids, get married, start a family. So I completely understand why we spent so many years fighting for tolerance. But we have it now. And ever since we've been shown tolerance, we're now the ones refusing to reciprocate it. We've now become the side that is intolerant to opposing beliefs. The script has flipped completely, and it's not for the better. See, back in the day when I was a little G rolling up on my Heelys trying to finesse the hoes, I didn't even know what gay was, much less what trans was. I grew up in the South, the deep South, like frogging, gator hunting, Confederate flag South. I thought LGBT stood for let's go beer tasting.
Yeah.
I didn't know a single gay person in my life, and I didn't have a phone or any type of social media to be exposed to it either. And yet somehow I looked like this. Yeah, that's 7 or 8 year old me dope slinging and pimping since 01, baby. My idol, if you can't tell, was Rob Deerdeck. And let me tell you, I got made fun of all the time. If only I had $1 for every time someone asked me, are you a boy or a girl? Why do you dress like a boy? And I would always get so pissed off when people would call me gay, faggot, dyke, because at the time, I didn't know that I was gay. So I would just be standing there like, what the fuck are you even talking about? I'm none of these things that you're calling me. It wasn't until I was going into high school that I realized, oh shit, I like tits. Everyone around me knew before I knew. The reason I'm telling you this story is so that you're aware that I wasn't acting or pretending or trying to fit a label or any of that bullshit. I never dressed like a boy out of opposition for tradition. I never did it in pursuit of being unique. As cringy as it sounds, I was genuinely just being myself. My interests were never in Barbies or playing house. I wanted to play basketball and build Lego City. I was never constantly in my head thinking, oh, if I do this masculine thing, then this feminine. No. What 8-year-old kid thinks about that?
Yeah,
An 8-year-old kid to be thinking like that, they would either have to be medically neurotic
or brainwashed.
Or extremely brainwashed by social media. I didn't have TikTok or Instagram as an 8-year-old kid.
Maybe you were lucky about that.
Sorry for kids growing up on these platforms being exposed to all of these attention whores and
just too much
ways of life. They don't get to see that all the real trans people are discreet. You don't know that they're trans because they don't want you to know. They want to blend in as a normal person and live a normal life as their changed gender. They don't want anyone asking their pronouns. They want it to be so obvious that you just assume their gender. That's why they spent thousands of dollars on corrective surgeries, so that you can look at them and not ask what they are. That's the whole point of a transition. All of
I didn't say that in a video. I said that to other people.
About their transgenderism are the ones transitioning out of a feeling of emptiness and need for validation. They're not doing it out of a genuine sense of dysphoria and discontentment.
Some
with their
do,
body.
but
These days,
I
the
agree.
members of the LGBT community are all demanding that people acknowledge and accept their often obscure identities. It feels like everyone's desperately grasping at these labels, all in a fight to be unique and interesting. But since when did
But
we become
with a
so
label
desperate
to
for
be
approval
unique?
and validation? These people look attention hungry and childish. It's like they're desperate for the whole world to accept and integrate their worldview. But that expectation is frankly unrealistic
It is.
and juvenile. My sexuality is not a core part of my identity.
Oh,
I don't
thank you.
Flaunt it. I don't expect anyone to respect it, and I sure as hell don't need a stranger's validation for why it's okay. I am the way that I am. Whether you like that or not is absolutely irrelevant to me. I'm not proud of being gay. I think that shit's mad dumb. Because when you think of the word pride, you think of some type of achievement.
Yes.
Some accomplishment, something you worked for. My attraction to women is not something that I chose. I didn't work for it. It's
Nice.
just how I am. Straight
Exactly.
people don't flaunt the fact that they're straight. That's just how they are. Do you really think that anyone gives a shit about what genitalia you're attracted to? I
No,
genuinely
nobody
can't
cares.
think of a more irrelevant detail about your character. I don't give a fuck who you are,
I agree.
as long as it's not my chick.
To be a gangster. A real
Yeah, that
gangster.
was a very good video. Great communication skills, better than I can do. Thumbs up. I guess I'll subscribe. It was worth it. I hope you subscribe to me too. All right, see you next time. Ciao.